Hey, this is Bond Diesel, and this is me making a quick video, mostly just to throw a video up on the channel, but also to talk about some footage that we got. So for some history on this was actually a this was a clip from the Ubi Day 9-hour broadcast in Japan. But just like last year, the Division 2 released some information probably before they really meant to. And I clipped it, put it on Twitter, and then lo and behold, today the official channel released the exact same footage as a quick little teaser. I suspect they probably didn't mean to release this yet, but you know, you can blame Ubi Day. But I'm going to show it real quick. It's a little clip that I think is kind of previewing what the Pentagon is going to be. I'll break down the trailer a bit and then give my thoughts.
This is from a few days ago. Black Tusk.
We're coming up on the building. The marker is our agent. We lost contact with her shortly after this.
Can we take a look at the surveillance footage she transmitted?
Let me switch over. What are they after?
At a guess? The DARPA labs and the sublevels. There are all kinds of Defense Department prototypes down there. This can only be bad news. The question is, how bad? We need to know. Which is where you come in, Agent.
Let's take a peek at this again. So I'm going to mute it. Okay, so this is the waterfront near the Pentagon. The Pentagon is just kind of across the river from DC proper. And what we see here is one of the big tidal basin landing craft, hovercraft. We see a Chinook helicopter landing, which is a big twin-bladed helicopter. There's actually another one, I believe, over here. So they're bringing in some pretty heavy equipment to come check out the Pentagon. If I play the trailer, so it comes up here, it identifies some Black Tusk soldiers. It confirms that Black Tusk is there. Right there, you see one of the drones that you can fight in DC. And what it quickly talks about, there's the other Chinook I was talking about. What it does right here is identify a agent that is kind of scouting out the situation, seeing what's happening. The very end of the trailer is footage directly from them. But what you see here, to me, looks like basically a big staging area. You've got heavy equipment everywhere. You've got drones flying around. You've got obviously a large number of soldiers and equipment and stuff like that. All Black Tusk. There's ones even up here on top of the Pentagon, kind of guarding the entrance or overwatching the whole area. We see something kind of interesting, I think, right here, where it looks like there's a big hole in the Pentagon. So I don't know if there's been like an explosion or an attack, or if this is disputed territory in some capacity. But we see that, and then we see that drone go out, and what I'm assuming this is a transmission from the agent directly, because the camera kind of moves around like it's supposed to be a person. What I see here as it plays, you see one of the big Chinook helicopters taking off, and then you see this big contraption here. So what this looks like to me is a bunch of scaffolding and like a lift of some type, and we have this kind of beam coming out. I'm assuming that's just a light source. And we see some soldiers running around there. The agent, I presume, is kind of peeking around. And again, like I feel like this is some type of elevator or an elevator shaft. It's got the Black Tusk branding on it, and this has obviously got a lot of attention on it. So that's all this was. So let's just be straight up. We're gonna find out way more about this on Wednesday, and that's fine. I assume this is part of a trailer that was not probably supposed to come out until Wednesday. To me, what this this kind of clues me into is that my guess. Okay, so let me put some things together. So if you watched any videos of mine from a week or two ago during the PTS. During PTS Phase 1, it looks like they accidentally left a room open in the White House. that contained this big electromagnetic device of some type that had all of these like glowing devices in storage areas all around it. So if I had to guess, from a gameplay perspective, I have a pretty strong feeling that they talked about DARPA, which is the like military research organization that's extremely secretive. Things that DARPA is working on and putting in the field are things that we typically don't find out about for 15, 20, 30 years down the line, if ever something. So we're talking about some pretty futuristic stuff here. What I'm going to guess is that whatever we do at the Pentagon is going to involve collecting resources like these things that were in the White House new room, where it's going to help us power some new technology. It's going to help us either maybe advance or research new technology for our agents to use. I don't really know. I mean, I don't think this is a big leak or spoiler or anything. I feel like it's pretty standard fare, to be totally honest. I believe that this will be not the underground. I think the first inclination people are going to think of is, oh yes, underground 2.0. I don't think it's going to be that, or else I think they would have been more forward about the marketing for it. Because I think with survival and underground and stuff, there's a nostalgia factor that they would take advantage of. So I don't know exactly what this is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be the exact same, like a big mission that you can just run over and over again. That's maybe like a single player raid or something like that. I don't know about that. Maybe it is going to be sort of undergroundish, where there's a few different possibilities of mission or how it can play out, or maybe it's even your choice how it plays out. But I'm guessing that the goal of it is going to be to collect whatever that stuff was in the extra new room in the Boo that was in phase 1 of the PTS. I have to imagine they're connected in some capacity. They closed up that room for the phase 2 of the PTS, so obviously we weren't supposed to see it. If you want to see that room, I'll remember to post a link down in the comments under this video, and you can check that out. But yeah, one possibility I've considered is that this may be an implementation of some type of like season system. We have seen that there are seasons in the game. There's going to be global events, but we don't really know much about that yet. Every other game, it seems like nowadays, Destiny and Fortnite and Apex and all these things have these events where as you progress, you unlock cosmetics and new items and stuff like that. So maybe this will be connected to that type of system, or maybe it's completely separate. But I would expect that type of system eventually. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for anything that looks like it's going to push the story forward or open up more lore and stuff like that. Maybe the Pentagon is the home of the hunters, and we're going to find out more about them there. Who knows? For the love of all that's good, I really hope that we do get to fight some new hunters in episode 2. I don't really care where they are or how we find them. I just want to fight some real badass hunters. I want to 1v1 them, even if it means I die. But that's a little side dream. So, quick video. Obviously this is probably going to be outdated in a couple days during state of the game, but until then, I want to hear what you think about this little trailer, what you think about what it may mean, what you think this Pentagon mode may be. I don't think I've seen people talking about the Pentagon's a raid. I don't believe it is. We've already been told that the episode 2 raid is going to be the True Sons, and it's going to be in a metal foundry. So I assume it's going to be outside the city somewhere, maybe even over in like Pennsylvania or something like that. This is obviously Black Tusk, and this is obviously the Pentagon. So it's going to be, I think, a game mode, hopefully better than Expeditions. But I want to hear what you have to think. Let me know down in the comments or on Twitter or my Discord or wherever. You can find links for all those things. Yeah, so that said, if you like the video and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel, like it, comment below, please share on social media. Bondiesel is the name on Twitch, where I stream multiple times a week, and where you can find me on Twitter at Bondiesel. If you want to support my content, you can check out my podcast and all that stuff. It's called The EchoCast. You can support it on patreon.com/The EchoCast. And that's all I have. So until next time.
One, two, three, jump!